You've got to hand it to Anthony Albanese and Chris Bowen and this Green Left Labor government. I mean, have they ever got a deal for us? They started off by promising us a $275 cut in our electricity prices, $275 better off each household each year starting this year. What a deal. Hope you've all seen those lower bills. Then they promised $8 billion, yeah, $8 billion of your dollars for green hydrogen subsidies. The green energy revolution, they called it. Hope you've seen all that green hydrogen pumping out to power this country towards our net zero future. Bowen and Albanese have also spent another $5 billion of your money on electricity rebates to try to cover up the increase in electricity prices. Hope you can feel that love too. They're spending money on household batteries, subsidising wind farms and solar factories, and there's electric car subsidies and EV charges. And they're subsidising companies that need to use a lot of power. They're giving them billions of your dollars so they can keep going despite the energy mess. Companies in South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. Labor is throwing money around like topsy to produce electricity, store electricity or pay for electricity. There has never been so much money in electricity. It's going everywhere, right out of your pocket and into the electricity grid and into the coffers of the power companies. But wait, there's more. There's another aspect to this energy genius, and it was announced today by the Climate and Energy Minister, Chris Bowen. It's all too good to be true.
And what it means is that energy companies will be required to offer you, if you have a smart meter, 3 hours of free power in the middle of the day when we have so much solar energy in the system.
Yes, it's true. It's the great electricity giveaway. Bowen and Labor reckon they'll give you free power from next year in the middle of the day. Can't wait for next year's budget. I reckon they'll throw in a set of steak knives too. I mean, listen to this bloke. He reckons it's all going swimmingly.
It is no coincidence that the quarterly report, which showed a 38% reduction in wholesale prices, also shows the highest renewable penetration for that quarter in Australian history, Mr Speaker. This is a sign of progress.
This bloke cannot speak the truth on power. The drop is only in wholesale prices. The retail prices, the cost we all pay, is still going up. And the reason it's going up is precisely the same reason he's trying to give away free power in the middle of the day. They've subsidised so much renewable energy that we have too much power when we don't need it, but there's not enough when we do need it. And you can't store enough of it, so they're desperately trying to shift demand and patch up the grid that they've destroyed in pursuit of net zero. But listen to their delusion in Parliament today. And it's pretty easy to tell that none of these blokes have ever had to worry about paying their electricity bills.
How is the Albanese Labor government helping to deliver cheaper, reliable energy for Australians?
Mr Speaker, when we came to government, we inherited a debacle of a situation when it comes to energy.
And I'm pleased to inform the House that 110,022 Australian households have now taken up the Albanese government's cheaper home battery policy, up around 2,000 since yesterday. Australians getting on with the job of reducing their emissions and their bills.
Now, the member for Jagga Jagga understands, even if those opposite do not, that the transition to cleaner, cheaper, more reliable energy is a golden economic opportunity for our country and for its people.
They are living in a fantasy world, and actually there was a moment in Parliament yesterday when there was a reminder of reality.
It means that for each of us here, every 60 seconds looks like the power prices have gone up too much for this place as well.
Lights have gone out. Where's Bowen?
Yeah, that glitch was more of a hint about how unstable and unreliable our grid has become under a design that Labor pretends is the way of the future. They reckon it's all okay because some of us can have some free power from solar panels in the middle of the day. Except, of course, when a hailstorm knocks the panels out, like they did in parts of Queensland this week, of course. Look, the energy system is a shambles. There's no free power. Anyone who tries to sell that line is a charlatan. Any free power you get will be charged up against you by the power companies somewhere else. We all know that record high prices for electricity are still going higher, and that record low reliability in the electricity grid is still going lower. The renewables push is a black hole that Labor continues to tip our money into. And if you want to know how smug and cynical Labor is on this, just have a listen to what Labor MPs themselves say about their promise to cut your bill.
Why did you and your mob promise $275 off power bills, but you have not been able to deliver it? Why did you do that?
How long are you guys going to hang on to that $275 piece?
We're supposed to just forget about that. They don't care. That was then, this is now. They spun that nonsense to win government. Now they don't want to hear about their own $275 promise. If only the wind turbines spun as consistently as our politicians.